What is going on? Um, Same thing as last week. Everything's just broken. It all sucks. But we're here. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. Um, let's see if I can't get this to work. Sick. I hear it on my end, so I'm assuming that means it's rolling on your end. Oh god. If I don't rip my headphone jack out of my computer, that would also be a great way to start all this. For those of you guys tuning in from Facebook, just want to give a quick reminder. For some reason or another, it doesn't update your comments onto the screen in live time. So if I miss you from Facebook, I will absolutely sick. If I miss you on Facebook, I do apologize. That is not my intention. I try to keep up on all the comments as much as possible, but sometimes it just happens. Broken technology. But yeah, I don't even know what to talk about this week. It's the last few weeks we've kind of covered so much stuff that's going on. Kind of let you guys know that there's a new script for another music video in the works. It's more music. I've been working on a few new tunes. As some of you guys might know who caught the first stream, somebody I ended up working with on my first record ended up being a monumental piece of shit. Quite possibly one of the worst people you could possibly imagine. Didn't know that going into this process. This was something that was later discovered, and I didn't know how to process my emotions about the news I had read and received. And so I kind of just locked myself in my little studio room here one night and just pen to paper everything that I thought about the situation. It was just one of those things that I found myself absolutely hating this human being. And so, when you're faced with huge emotions, not everybody handles it the best. I know a lot of people who they become alcoholics. They get angry and they lash out. There's so many things that people do negatively to deal with their emotions rather than create something. And so I never want to be that guy who does anything terrible to people or myself, really. So I've turned to art. And so one of the new songs that I'm working on is going to be me kind of processing everything that happened with that. I will say I hope you guys like the heavier songs on the record, because that song is going to be, in my opinion, probably the heaviest song I've ever written. I've kind of been running it through a couple of different ideas, whether it be through just kind of adding a couple different BPMs to see what BPM would fit the lyrics the best. Speaking of heavy songs, do I have one of the heavy songs? This isn't heavy, but it's so good. So good. Actually, it's kind of heavy. But the next song I want to work on, I'm trying to piece it all together into an EP. I'm probably a good ways. God damn it! Look at what you did. Just add another one. I don't think I'm ready for another album. Albums are an insanely long process. Beginning to end, the record that I just dropped in October. God, when the fuck did I start working on that? Like 22? I don't even know, but it has been years in the making. The biggest thing is there's so many people working on a record at any given time, and you've got to be able to coordinate those people, make sure everybody's on the same page, everybody is putting their effort and their energy in like they're supposed to. Um, there's a lot of bounce back and forth between person X, Y, and Z. Like I might write some lyrics that I'm like, yeah, this is boss, this is insane, I'm loving it, this is gonna be a killer track, and that I send it to the people that I'm writing music with, and they're like, are you fucking stupid? Like this is the worst piece of garbage that I've ever read. And so then it's just kind of, well, back to the drawing board. Let's rehash this. Dave, I'm glad to know you like it heavy, man, because this new song will definitely be for you. And I mean, too, even writing a single or an EP at the capacity that I'm working on music takes some time. So it's not going to be something that's like readily available. But it's pretty far in the development stage. I mean, I have all the lyrics pretty much hashed out at this point. It's just a matter of getting with the guy that I write with, and seeing his thoughts and giving him the idea and the reference points for the instrumentals, and hashing it out between the two of us. And then we can take it into the demo stage, which is probably one of my favorite parts of writing a song. The demo stage is especially fun because there's a lot less pressure to get it right and get it done. Because when you go into the demo stage, it's a whole lot of taking all these big ideas and trying everything. You got a list of 20 different things that you want to try to encompass in one song. You are able to do that in the demo stage, because if I want to get like a really good like growl to start a song, so we try it and the timing's not right, we'll kind of hear that in the demo stage, so we can scrap that idea and replace it with something better. Was that just pretend? Is that back already? It's just pretend back already. Yeah, sure enough, there it is. But yeah, so I mean, in the demo stages, you've got so many options of things that you can do with a song, and nothing is finalized, like nothing is set in stone. Because I mean, too, once you have it hashed out in a demo, that means you've got to take that into studio and just you've got to take that into studio and just run with it. So the demo stage is way more forgiving. But that's about it. I mean, that's like the process of this whole thing. But so I mean, you go from writing to demo to studio for finest or finished product. And then once you have a finished product, you got to take it into mixing. You got to take it into mastering. And so, I mean, mix and master is probably the worst part of making a song, if I'm being honest. Because as an artist, you know how you want your track to sound. You know what your audience is going to want to hear. So you can put in all this work into the writing and the recording and getting it right. But if I'm being honest, I completely hate the mix on my record. I would love to get with somebody to change some things and do it over. But the problem is I don't want to invest too much time into that and ignore making new content, because that's also an important thing, is not dwelling on what's already come out and just continuing to move forward. If every artist focused on their shortcomings and what they didn't like and held on to that, I don't think any of them would have advanced their career as far as they have, because you are your own worst critic. I can tell you what my favorite songs are on the record. I can tell you what my least favorite songs are on the record. But I can absolutely tell you my biggest regret is not going through a better producer to get this mixed and mastered the way I wanted it to. And also just somebody who's not a piece of shit, like, because that's kind of an important prerequisite to working with anybody in any industry or any capacity, is just be a good fucking person. Don't be a bad person. It's a bad look. But on that note, yeah, so new music video script, working on a new EP. Again, none of these are things that are going to happen, immediately. It's a time process, and two, I mean, it's an investment. I've been out of the show scene for a little bit. I'm going to try to get some more shows and stuff booked up this year to get back out there and make a little bit of extra scratch for working on some more of these projects. But it's unfortunately independent artists. It's a tough gig. You don't really have a whole lot of financial support. Everything you do is it's your blood, sweat, tears, and wallet. So, and I mean too, especially lately, there's been a lot of happenings. A lot of you guys probably know I own a retail store, and a lot of my finances get tied up into that pretty good. So, we just worked on a huge. No, dude, you are right. I often reference that Slipknot song a lot. Literally, like somebody will do something, and I'll literally tell my wife, like, "Hey, like, remember that Slipknot song? They had it right." But yeah, it's hopefully the show times and stuff, things get on track. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I know what it is. I figured it out. There's a mysterious cable on my desk, and thanks, Dave. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, with the store, we've just done a lot of renovations, a lot of new add-ons, things like that. So, and it's nothing to the building itself, but like we've added displays, we've tried to order new product. Like we've been very focused pretty much every time or every year around this time, pretty much January through March. We try to do a pretty big revamp, bring in some new products, new displays. I often tell people that my biggest life aspiration is to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And I feel like a lot of that boils into my store. I mean, granted with music and stuff, it's the same thing. I try to learn more every day, try to be better, have better ideas, better production, things like that. But with my store, it's definitely a lot easier to do because I have more creative freedom and capacity to create a better environment for you guys. So I do appreciate everybody that supports both the music and the store. I mean, it's truly amazing to have so many people in this inner circle, taking care of me and helping my dreams come to some sort of fruition. So I really appreciate you guys for that. Also, too, part of I know there's some new people who haven't hit these up before, but are there any questions that you guys would like? Nice, sick. Good way to start your night.
Yeah, I got like 16 Elons I can too.
Damn. But one of my favorite. Wow, they changed all of this. Neat. What the hell?
Yeah, 91,000 points for a game of Blitz.
Level up. That's super cool. Wow, I'm really excited about the new changes in that game. Talking about Fortnite, for anybody who doesn't know or understand, we are big Fortnite players in this house. As much as that makes us a bunch of big children, we love that game. So it's an addiction, truly. It's in some capacity, I feel like it's worse than drugs. But back to the point, I see that there's some new faces and some new people in here. So every week, I like to ask people if they have any questions for me. Not even just about music, just anything in general. If there's like a burning question that you just need an answer to, or if your friends have a weird cereal or toast debate going on, ask me. I will hopefully be your tiebreaker. I will hopefully push whatever vote you need over the edge, or I'll just tilt the scale not in your favor. We'll see. Two, if you guys enjoy the content, if you guys enjoy the music, the store, the lives, the Q&As, anything that I do, or you enjoy my hair, my stuff. If you enjoy any part of this, really, anything, please share this with your friends, your family, your grandmother's cat. I think your grandmother's cat would enjoy this, or her dog. You know, I'm not prejudiced, cat or dog people. That I love them both. I have 2 dogs and a cat of my own, so I can't pick. But yeah, share this with them. Tell your grandmother's dog I said woof woof, and her cat piss 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 piss. Which that does not work, by the way. I would just like to say that I own a cat, and does not work. Watch. Nothing. It's radio static. There's more static there than a can of LaCroix. Which, to preface that and give some understanding to that, have you ever noticed carbonated water, just regular carbonated water, tastes like it has been sitting near the fruit that it is supposed to taste like, but it also weirdly tastes like TV static? Like if you could liquefy TV static and put it into a drink, that is what carbonated water is. Dude, she is kind of broken, actually. I have been saying that for years, that we just got another dog. But also, too, like, if you see a cat on the street and you're just like, psst, 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 come here. Like, you know, she doesn't want you. The real thing that gets every cat, I don't care who you are, the real thing, if you ever want your cat to come by you, open up any kind of food. It does not matter what food it is. Just open up food and they will come. I promise you, every cat is secretly a dog in the sense of they love food. I mean, me too. I love food. It's, you know, it's a problem, actually. Right. Like if you were to drink TV static, that is exactly the vibe that it gives. It is less refreshing to drink a seltzer than it is to drink anything else. I'm just saying. Seltzer drinkers, you know who you are. Dave, I absolutely love that for you. That is amazing. We've really been debating getting another cat. We've had ours since we moved in here back in 2017? 2018. We got her pretty much right away. We got her from the Humane Society here in town, and we could not love her more. But yeah, I mean, she was, I think, 5 when we got her. So, I mean, she's getting up there, but like, still the funniest cat you've ever seen. I freaking love that cat. But we've been debating getting another cat in our house. Found one that I really wanted to get at the Humane Society. Left for all of like 15 minutes. Came back, and unfortunately, the kitters that I wanted to get was picked up in the time that I was gone. Really unfortunate. I was with a good friend of mine, and we were getting stuff for her and her son. Like their family was getting a new kitters, and we were gonna get that kitter's sister. But yeah, like by the time we got back getting stuff for their cat, gone. Real sad. Big sad. There was another cat I was looking at, but she required a pretty intense amount of love, and not love is the like work. And I just didn't think that I was qualified enough to give her everything that she needed. So somebody's gonna come and get her and be able to give her everything that she needs. So I need to clarify for anybody who came in during that, because I feel like just catching the tail end of that sounds terrible. Adopting a cat is what we were talking about. My marriage is not splitting up as much as my wife would love to kick my ass to the curb. I wish I could adopt all the cats too. Right? Again, I am an idiot. Um,
Oh,
am I sure it's my cat? I don't think she. I think she might be a skinwalker. I'm not completely convinced otherwise. She's a little too smart for her own good. Um, Small kitten, welcome. If I know you personally and by name, please refresh me of your name. I do apologize. I'm kind of an idiot. But if I don't know you personally, and I do not know your name, I would love to learn it. I'd love to know who you are. Small kitten. It's super ironic that we're talking about cats and you talking about wishing that you could adopt all the cats because small kitten. Like it's in the name. It's there. It fits. My dog is also more like a cat. Both of my dogs actually. So that's fun. Keeps things interesting, for sure. Skeleton panda today, huh?
Yep.
Pretty sick, nasty. Like that backflip. Did you randomize it or did you just pick that?
I think that.
You got a locker challenge. All right. Something fun we can do. You guys give me a list of like colors or requirements, and I will the next time I play Fortnite do them in order. Both of them actually. Both of my dogs are more like cats. Luna and Lily. Lily more so like a cat than Luna. That just seems like a bad trait. I feel like Lily is at least worth like 5 cats. Like she's worth a lot of kitters. But no, list like a name of like colors or like person attributes. And the next time I play Fortnite, I will, in order of the comments being received, do what is called a locker challenge, where I will try to match whatever skin I'm wearing to whatever requirements that you guys give me. And it could be dumb stuff like has a tail, wears a hat, green, pink, like whatever the case. I would love to do a locker challenge that is not just me yelling at my phone telling it to give me random qualities. But yeah, unfortunately, as much as the doggos can frustrate me some days, I don't think I could trade either of these two. I love them to pieces. They're definitely good doggos. All dogs are good doggos, though. I don't trust you if you're not a dog person or a cat person. If you don't like animals, pink. I will absolutely. The next one I go will be pink. I think that's gonna be a tough one. I don't know how many skins I have that have pink, but I will do it. I thought about streaming games on here. I can try at least one of those. I don't know that I have a skin that has both, but I can try to find one that has like a crown, and then maybe do like fairy wing backbling, because that's the neat part about Fortnite is there's a lot of accessories and things like that you can wear. I thought about streaming video games on here, like playing Fortnite and streaming it directly on Thursdays, just to add some extra spice to everything. Because that's always fun. It's always a good time. I've always been really jealous of the people that can make ass piles of money playing video games on screen. That is just something. I don't know that I will ever be that guy. Would I love to? Sure, everybody would love to be famous and get paid for sitting at home doing nothing. Well, not doing nothing, but sitting at home. It would be so much fun. But also, I'm not good enough at games.
So you suck, bro.
Oh, hey. Okay. See, usually I see you commenting through Facebook. So usually I can see exactly who you are. So that tracks. Yeah, I'm just not good enough at games, which is a blessing and a curse, truly. Everybody I play with is always significantly better than me. So I often just kind of look like a bitch when I play with other people, which is very sad. That is definitely a bot. There's no way.
Well, yeah.
Like,
But I nuked
wow,
him.
you did. Oh, maybe not. You have people watching you.
I also have 5 evens.
We like to comment on each other's games and tell each other how good and or how bad we are. You know, because I mean, as many victories as you get, there's also losses, and I mean, like minor wins and minor losses. Like, wow, you missed that shot, you suck. Like, you know, I mean, as much as you get praised for positive things too. You know, positivity and negativity are two sides of the same coin. Gotta keep people humble. Like if you guys were to tell me, yeah, like Side by Side is an amazing song, but we absolutely hated Retribution, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, take the good with the bad for sure. But yeah, this is super cool. I appreciate you guys coming out every week and, you know, checking out the lives and spending time with me. Speaking of humbling moments, you suck. Do better. I'm just kidding. This is also something that was mentioned last week, but I feel like should be mentioned every week because I feel like it is my personal message, my mission statement is if you are married and you do not push your significant, not even married, like if you're in a relationship and you don't push your significant other's buttons like crazy, that is not a real relationship. That is alarming. If you can't like make fun of your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever, if you can't make fun of them like you would with your homies, that is a problem for sure. Granted, there is such a thing as too far and too much. Trust me, you find the line fast. You really do.
Yeah, he makes me cry.
Why would you say that? That's not true. She beats me. So if anybody's crying, it's me. When you guys see that black eye next week, you'll know. It's because I told on her. I'm gonna get beat. Like a bad dog. This reminds me of Elko and Trio. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Elko and Trio music. If you haven't, please do yourself a favor. Do. I actually have an Elko and Trio tattoo right here. That's their logo. If you ever see that logo anywhere, that's them. Just know anybody who has an Elko and Trio tattoo is immediately the sickest punk kid you've ever seen. Like, because it's true. Not I, said the fly. Because, oh, poser. But I'm just kidding. Or am I? Yeah, maybe I'm not. Another thing, another tidbit of advice that I can give you guys is never take yourself too seriously. There is not room in this world to be that person who is way too serious about everything. Truly, cancel culture is bullshit. I mean, unless they deserve it. There are some people who absolutely deserve to be canceled. If you diddle kids, you should be canceled. If you're just a genuine pile of garbage, you should be canceled. But if you make a joke and you say something that is stupid, maybe not. Because, like, we all say dumb shit. Like, it's part of the fun of life. Just being able to joke. Like, truly, laughter is the best medicine. Unless you're sick, then seek a doctor. Because laughter will not fix you. Unless you have a insane disease of some sort that stops you from laughing, and in which case laughing is probably the best thing to do. Yeah. There's several instances where laughter is the best medicine, but like cancer, laughter's not going to fix cancer. It will fix dead dads. Turns out, if you have a dead family member, turns out laughter fixes that shit. I would know. Oh God, yeah. See, viewer count went down. All you have to do is say "dead dad," and people are like, "I'm out." I'm just kidding. It fluctuates a lot. I see this thing and like it's funny because the same people that tells me that drop out are the same people who are consistently here from beginning to end every stream. So I never trust the true statistics of what these apps tell me because 9 times out of 10 they're not accurate. But it is pushing 8 o'clock, so I think I'm going to be wrapping stuff up pretty fast here. If you guys have any questions or again anything that you want to, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's tough. I joke about my situation a lot. My dad died back in 20, and dude, to be honest, that's just how I've coped with it. You know, it's one of those things where does it hurt? Absolutely. You know, there's not a day that goes by that it doesn't hurt me, but I do my best to kind of just push past it. And like if you hear me say some stupid out of pocket dead dad joke, it's just because that's what makes me feel. And I mean too, in full honesty, my dad was the type of person that like if he died and I didn't joke about it, he would be very upset. He's also the same as I, and I think that's where I get my like weird, just out there sense of humor was from him. So I in his memory, I like to keep that going and just be goofy, funny, and live every day to the fullest. But to get back on track, I think I'm going to be wrapping it up pretty quick. So if there's any random questions that you guys can think that you would like to ask me, again, it doesn't have to be anything serious. And it doesn't have to be anything goofy either. If you want it to be serious, please, by all means, hit me with the serious. But just anything. I like to answer questions and engage with people and not tangle my hair. I like to engage with people. Like you guys are here supporting me every week, and it's a fun thing that we can do to make it an experience rather than just you guys sitting in front of your phones or computers just watching some asshole talk about his view of the world. Or two, if you guys have anything to throw into the locker challenge bit. I will try to remember to get photos that I did each of these things. I know pink was one of the things, and then the tiara and fairy wings. Those were the ones that I got so far, and I will be for sure making both of those happen today actually, because I try to every night before bed I try to get on and play a little bit of games before bed. Just to unwind, because we all need some kind of catalyst to get us through the day. And, that's my thing is stepping away from music, work, just the world in general, just being able to step away and knock out a couple of games. So the next time you want to shit on somebody for playing video games, just remember that could be their unwind time. If you really want to shit on people for playing games, make fun of the people that don't shower. The people that do not take care of themselves. And that is not just stuck to video gamers. There's a lot of like music festivals, a lot of stinky people there. Ironically enough, game stores. Like video games, festivals, all things of those natures. There's all stinky people in all of those things. So don't make fun of people who are playing video games. Make fun of the people who are playing video games and do not shower. Oh. Why do you do this to me? Who thinks we get a third dog? Who thinks that we bring a third doggo into our household? See, I feel like we should put this to a vote. Wife said no. I say yes, but you guys could tip that scale. See, again, questions. Now I'm asking you guys questions. Go for doggo number 3 or stick with numero dos? I'm a firm vote for a third dog. Ah! Jess says, Leah, are you going to Hodag this year? Are you?
I don't know. Jackie wants to go for a day, maybe.
Dave votes for another dog. Dave votes for dog number 3.
It's too much chaos at the store already with 2.
Make it even better. Dave is a customer of our store, and he says 3 dogs. So that's got to count for something. If the reasoning is too much chaos at the store. She says that Jackie wants to go for a day, so she's not sure what's in the haps. Personally, my vote is always a no-go on Hodag. There's only ever one year that I've regretted it. See, no. Because also, too, if I just get another dog and I come home with it, like, forgiveness is better to ask than permission. I'm just saying. Nah. She'll beat me. She won't beat other people. That's the thing. You're safe. You might have just tipped the scale in my favor. Man, I just can't do Hodag. I think if Hodag wasn't, I can deal with the music. Like, I like a lot of like country artists and the music, but I don't know that I can deal with like how wasted people get at these events. Like, Hodag is like the drunk capital of the world. Like, I think if a person from Ireland came to Hodag, they would literally be like, nope, I'm out. Like, I think that even they would give up on Hodag. And they're like us. They drink just like us Wisconsinites, as far as the stereotype goes. But I also think there's statistics to back that up, so I'm not sure. That is not Neighbor Dave. Different Dave. No, I have not seen Neighbor Dave or Neighbor Jackie in a stream yet. But also they have twins, so they get a pass. Yeah, but see, so is like going to your local bar and like checking out like a local show or like putting money in the jukebox. Like that, those are more fun times to get drunk for me personally. Like, I don't know. People are a totally different breed at Hodag to me. There's only one year that I regret not going truly, and that is the year that Hardy was there. I was not into him at the time, and then somebody introduced me to him after he had already come and gone. So unfortunately, I missed that shot completely. Where is... Okay, I totally missed the comment. Miranda, I did see your thing come through. Again, for some reason, this doesn't show me all of the comments, but I am absolutely glad to hear that I did not just drop the ball and super stereotype because I would have felt very terrible. but from all the information that I've heard and that I have compiled, I thought that was a true statement. So glad to know that I was on the money. It still makes me want to go and party with people from Ireland, because like if they have a bigger drinking culture than us, I think it would just be fun to go for like a couple of days and just party with some Irish dudes and gals. I'm not discriminatory. I'll party with anybody. All right. Well, it has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun. But I think it is time to get some dinner in my belly. Hop on a couple games of Fortnite, and then get ready for Insanity tomorrow. For those of you Pokemon fans, you already are aware that Ascended Heroes drops tomorrow. For those of you guys who are not Pokemon fans, one of the biggest Pokemon sets of the whole year is dropping tomorrow. And thanks, Dave. You too, man. Take care. Be safe. One of the biggest Pokemon sets of the year is dropping tomorrow. So it is going to be absolutely insane. I know I am for sure going to have a line like down my whole front of my store of people waiting to get in and purchase their stuff. So unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of an early night for me, as much as I would like it to not be. I feel like it's the same way here. Like, and stereotypes are fun sometimes. Like, ask any friend that you have of any other varying ethnicity or sexual orientation or just anybody different than you. Ask them about their stereotypes, and most times they will tell you that a lot of them are true and a lot of them are funny. Yeah. So I'm super glad to hear that it is that way, and it's coming from somebody who's married to an Irish. Your husband is Irish, right? I'm correct in saying that. I believe that we had spoken about that on here last week. But thanks, Will. I appreciate it, man. It is a grind and it is a struggle for sure. But it's possible with support. So I super appreciate all of the support. Like none of this would be possible without people coming to the store and spending money on hobbies, things that aren't necessarily a necessity. So and two, I mean, in the sense of music too, being an artist in this day and age is very hard. So also, what does he think about his stereotype? Does he find it? I hope he finds it funny. Like I truly do, because I give you a list of stereotypes about myself that are more than likely true. But it is that time. Even on stream, I have the biggest problem with Midwest goodbye. I do it in person. I do it on stream. Pretty much anywhere you see me. That's what I thought. I thought you had said something about that the last time. But thank you guys again for spending your Thursday night with me. And I know we've referenced my store a lot and music, so thank you guys for spending your hard-earned money, at my store on merch, on albums. I appreciate it, and just know no matter what, that it is always put to good use. It is always for the greater good of growth, and as far as music goes, the greater good of getting my message out there of what I want to do. I love that. I love that he dressed as a leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day. 10 out of 10. I know it doesn't mean much coming from some strange man, but gold star for you, friend. I love that. Please keep that up. I love that. But all of you guys, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay sane. Stay happy. And hopefully I will see you guys all again next week. Same time, same place. It goes down on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hopefully add more, but for now, those are the places that it goes down. So thank you guys again.